Spokane's point in time count wrapped up just hours ago. The annual process gives Spokane County a better idea of the size of its local homeless population. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy reports on the next steps in finalizing that city data. Connor?
Well, in just one day, organizers with Point in Time say they counted more than 300 people experiencing homelessness. Now, over the next couple of months, workers will be combing through the data before sending it to the federal government to consider what resources are needed to address homelessness in the county.
The Point in Time count is conducted each year in January across Spokane County. Volunteers spent the past week going to different areas to hear from members of the unsheltered and sheltered homeless population. The data is then sent to the Washington State Department of Commerce and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. And this year, the count is going to get more eyes on the analysis than previous years.
We're also going to be working with a couple of the universities to do a data analysis, kind of a deep dive in what we found this year.
Melissa Morrison with the City of Spokane says Eastern Washington, Gonzaga, and Whitworth University are all going to assist in the count this year. She says the extra assistance will help looking into common problems the homeless population they spoke with face.
One of the things that we want to look at is how many folks are accessing the warming shelters, because knowing that those are activated by a set criteria in the SMC.
The 2024 Point in Time count reported just over 2,000 people in the county experiencing homelessness. The report says this was a 15% decrease in overall homelessness across the county. Morrison says there are also other uses for the Point in Time count, such as hearing answers from the homeless population to questions of available shelters, food and clothing resources, as well as opportunities for affordable housing.
I think that's, the most important part of this is what do we do with the information after it's collected?
Morrison says this year's data needs to be combed through before being sent to HUD and released to the public. However, she adds the biggest concern she and Point in Time volunteers found in conducting surveys to hundreds of people is available housing.
I don't know what the final numbers on that will be or how many folks answered that way, but it seemed, that was overwhelmingly the biggest need identified.
In October, 3 nonprofits in Spokane County with a focus to build more affordable housing received $500,000 from the Washington State Department of Commerce. We have more information on those projects on our website.
Morrison says the full report will be available sometime in the spring. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.